right, we want to factor this guy down into the product of two binomials. Well, we look at, better turn Mr. Penn on. First thing we're going to look at is the 20 here. What multiplies together to give us 20? 1 times 20 would be a possibility. 2 times 10 would create 20. 3 times nothing. 4 times 5, and that's it. So it's got to be one of these. Now, since it's x at the beginning and everything's addition, that makes life a little bit easier for us. We know it's an x plus something and an x plus something because, again, everything in there is addition. So every one of these will create the 20 at the end. The difference is this guy in the middle, we add them together, he's going to create a 21. This together is going to create a 12, and this will create a 9 when we add them together. You and I want the 9, so it's going to be the x plus 4 and the x plus 5. And notice when you do the x times x, you get your x squared. The 4 times 5 gives you the 20. The middle piece always comes from these middle and outer, the inner and the outer, which is 5x and 4x, which gives you Mr. 9x there. Number 2. Okay. Everything's addition again. Oh, life is so good. X plus and an x plus. What could have multiplied together to give us 10? We could have done 1 and 10, or it could have been 2 and 5. These together would have created an 11. These would have created a 7. We want to create a who? 11. So it's a 1 and a 10. Now, there's a number out front. Well, that tells me there's going to be a greatest common factor that I need to factor out of this guy, which in this case is going to be that number there, 3, because 3, 15, and 12 all can be divided by 3. They all have a common factor, the greatest common factor of 3. So I factor a 3 out. That leaves me bound with x squared. 3 times 5 gives you the 15, and then 3 times 4 gives me the 12. So all I got to concentrate on now is breaking this down into two binomials. Everything's addition again, so it's an x plus, x plus. We do have the 3 out front. Don't forget to bring it down. So now we just got to deal with this trinomial. It had a 4 here at the end. What could have multiplied to give us a 4? 1 times 4 or 2 and 2. We need to create a 5, it says. That's going to be the 1 and 4 because 1 plus 4 gives me a 5. So it breaks down to a 3 times the quantity x plus 1 times quantity x plus 4. So each of those, the 3 is a factor, the x plus 1 is a factor, and x plus 4 is a factor. One more problem, 21. Okay, notice there's no a value out here, so it's just an x and an x. What multiplies together to give us 21? 1 and 21, 2 times nothing, 3 times 7, 4 times nothing, 5 times nothing, 6. We're done because everything else had to be between the 3 and the 7. So the difference makes it a little harder. It's a negative 21. That means one of the pieces is negative. One of them is being subtracted. So instead of adding our pieces together, we have to find the difference between them. They have a difference of 20. You and I could create a negative 20 or a positive 20 if we wanted. 3 and 7 has a difference of 4. We could create a negative 4 or a positive 4. What do we want to create? According to this, a negative 4 is what we want to create. So since I want a negative 4, the negative's going to have to go on the bigger number so that I lose more than I gain. A positive 3 and a negative 7 will give you that negative 4. So this is simply an x plus 3, x minus 7.